I talked to Tom Hughes, and Emily's been booked.
Really?
Yeah, she's in jail. It's over, Rosanna. She can't hurt you anymore. I promise.
She cost us Will.
Will's gonna come back to us. May take a little time, but Rosanna, come on. It's all over now. Come here. Let's be happy.
How? Emily, a friend of ours, used the memory of my dead child to try to drive me around the bend?
I know.
Why? I mean, the more I think about it, the less sense it makes.
You do believe that Emily's guilty, right?
Emily's a mother. To use a baby to try to hurt me or frame Will? It's beyond cruel. Do you really think that's Emily?
I don't waste my time trying to figure out what Emily thinks.
Well, why not?
Because it's not important. The person that was stalking you is behind bars. That's all that matters. Let Tom Hughes worry about the motives. Guilty is guilty. That's that.
But it's important. We need to talk about Emily.
If you've got something to say about Emily, I really think you need to talk to Hal.
Well, Hal's not the one pressing charges. You are.
Well, that's because of the evidence, Allison. I mean, all Paul did was look for the truth.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't get the truth. He only got facts.
What?
Emily did those things to you, but that's not the whole truth.
Did Emily tell you that she did those things? That she planted the doll, that she hung Cabot's stocking? Did she say that she did all of those things?
Yeah, she told me she did it.
Did those things? What do you expect me to do?
Allison, you said those things were facts, not the truth? What did you mean?
Yeah, look, Emily did it, but not on purpose. She doesn't remember planning it or wanting to hurt you or wanting to put Will away or anything. She likes you and she loves Will.
Well, then what happened?
I don't know, and neither does Emily. She was really sick there for a while. Maybe it was the fever.
If she was sick, she should have called a doctor.
But, Paul, we need your help.
I'm sorry, Allison, but I think you're on your own for this one. I'm gonna make a phone call.
The next time you...
No, we're glad that you're here. We've been really worried about Will.
Yeah, how was Will?
Oh, silent, kind of withdrawn. But when you try to talk to him, he puts on a big act as if everything were just fine.
We know that act. We've seen it.
Spends a lot of time in his own room.
He's probably going to have a hard time trusting anyone ever again.
Well, Emily undermined whatever little bit of confidence he may have had left.
She had help.
Maybe. I'm sure that once Emily gets what she deserves, Will'll start to feel a little better.
You know, Paul, I don't mean to overstep, but...
No, please, go ahead.
Well, it's just that I think what Will is really looking for is acceptance, not revenge.
Well, to see justice done, that'll do him good. And in the meantime, Rosanna and I will do everything we can to try and show him that we love him and that we want him to come home.
Which could be a little difficult, considering the fact that he says he doesn't ever want to see either one of you ever again.
I think it's time to start mending fences.
Is he at your place now?
No, his car broke down again. He wanted to go to Al's, so I dropped him off there. He's going to do his homework.
You know what? I'm going to go over there and see if I can't talk to him.
Paul, listen, just don't expect too much. He's really in a very difficult situation. I mean, he's relieved that everybody knows he's innocent, but he's really not happy about Emily being in jail.
Yeah, well, jail is where Emily belongs.
Yeah, but look at him. His family is torn apart again, and there he is, stuck right in the middle.
Well, Emily put him there, not us.
Yeah, well, I have a hard time believing that Emily was responsible for all those terrible things.
Ask Allison. She was just here. She told us that Emily confessed to everything to her.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is Emily was so sick when that was all happening. How could she possibly have done...
She wasn't sick.
Yes.
She was just, it was an act.
No. I was there the morning she went to the doctor. I saw her. I didn't think she should be driving. I offered to take her myself.
Wait a minute, she was ill enough to go to the doctor?
Yes, she definitely was not herself. She was, I don't know if it was, she was just disoriented.
Do you remember what day that was?
It was the day that you found the Christmas stocking. I had stopped to visit with your mother, and Emily was on her way to the doctor. I thought she was going to fall on the floor before she got out the door.
Wait a minute, this is getting stranger by the minute. We're supposed to believe that Emily came in here and placed the Christmas stocking when she was so sick that she could barely make it to the doctor.
You know, you're right.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna find out the truth.
I need you to pull off a minor miracle in an hour.
I am. Did you shake that flute?
What are you doing here?
Well, I kept hearing about how sick you've been. And yet you managed to get in and out of Fairwinds like you owned the place. How'd you manage that?
I don't know.
I know. It was all a lie. I know that. And you know that. And it will never get you out of this jail cell. I promise you that.
Emily was sick.
Yeah, that's what Allison says too. By the way, sending her, not such a great move.
Excuse me, it wasn't a move. She knows me, she believes in me, and she knows that I would never do anything to hurt you, Will, or Rosanna.
She tried her best to stick to that until she got to the confession. She claims that you admitted to her that you did all of those things.
I did, I remember being in your house. Why or how, I have no idea.
You working on your amnesia defense?
If I was worried about my defense, I would have told Allison everything. I would have sent her running to your place. I certainly wouldn't be standing here talking to you. I have nothing to hide. I'm telling you right now, I remember being in your house. I remember hanging the stocking and standing there with that stupid doll. But when I see it, in my head, it's like I'm standing there watching somebody else do it. And oh my God, it just makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Yeah, until you factor Will into it.
For the last time, I would never do anything to hurt Will. Why would I stand here and admit all of this to you? If I had some kind of plot against your brother, why would I advertise it? Why? I mean, it's like waking up right now with this hangover. The people are telling me all these things I did the night before, and I have absolutely no connection to it.
Right. Some kind of out-of-body experience.
Get the hell out of here.
You saved this garbage for the witness stand, Emily, because I don't believe you. It's sending your sister to me. Backfired. Because she is going to be our star witness.
Hey, this is a nice surprise.
Well, actually, I'm here to see Will.
Oh. Well, he's just been sitting over there at that table writing in a notebook since I've been here.
Oh, yeah? He keeps a journal.
Well, let's just hope he's not scribbling all work and no play makes Will a dull boy.
Carly?
I'm sorry. I know he's better now, right?
Yes. I have to talk to him.
You sure?
Yeah. I have to try to make things right with him. He's family.
Well, Rosanna, technically, so's Barbara.
Thanks for your support.
Sure. Anytime, sis.
I kept a journal, too, at your age. You mind if I join you?
I really ought to finish my chemistry homework.
This'll just take a minute. Please, Bill. Why don't we start by being really honest with each other? You don't believe me. And it's okay. I've made a lot of mistakes. Starting with moving into Fairwind so soon, right after Cavett died. The pain was really too much, and I pushed it down because I wanted to prove to Paul how happy I was to be starting a life with him. And you, having you there was a part of all of that. And when those awful things started happening, the pain was just too much, and I just wanted it to stop. I couldn't see clearly.
Well, has it stopped?
No, it hasn't, but that's my responsibility to deal with that, okay? It's nothing that you can help me with. Do you understand?